Why any government would want to put forward legislation that makes that harder is incomprehensible. We are creating a challenge. We are sending a terrible message to our veterans with this legislation being introduced to make it harder for those veterans to be recognised, for family members of veterans to have their service recognised. And just recently, I had the opportunity to speak at Vietnam Veterans Day in my community. And this is how important recognition is to our veterans. I was able to help a veteran receive recognition that they deserved in the previous term of Parliament. And that veteran came up to me at that service. He's a Vietnam veteran. He gave me a hug. He said, "Thank you." And he had tears in his eyes, Deputy Speaker. He was overcome with emotion that our nation had recognised his service. Our nation had said to him, "The sacrifice that you made, both physically and mentally, for our country to keep us safe, it matters." And he was so overwhelmed with emotion. And we might think, and some might think it's a small thing, but it's a huge thing. So why this government would deem it necessary or advantageous to make it harder for our veterans and their families to get the recognition that they deserve is something that I cannot comprehend. Because we should always remember, as parliamentarians, we ask our veterans, we ask our serving personnel to pay a significant cost to ensure that we have the freedoms today and into the future. We ask them to pay a physical cost. We ask them to pay a mental health cost. We ask them to sacrifice time with their families, time with their loved ones, time away from their communities. And they willingly do that. They willingly pay the sacrifice to keep us safe. And one of the things that they would like in return is recognition from this nation for their service. And let's be very clear. This legislation, if passed, makes it harder for our veterans and the families of veterans that gave so much to receive recognition for their service. Why any government would want to put forward legislation that makes that harder is incomprehensible.
Authorised by Aaron Violi, Liberal Party, Lilydale.